Johnny Murray here, and welcome to a brand new tier list today. This is the first tier list in the Player Way era, so you already know it's going to get crazy because we're talking about a very opinionated franchise. Everybody has their favorites. Everybody has their least favorites. It's kind of like all of them are good. It's just to some people, some of them are bad and some of them are good. You know what I mean? Like the average, right? This is global opinion, okay? You're going to Assassin's Creed school today. This is like the global opinion on Assassin's Creed. It's like the average. It's just all of them are good, but depending on who you're talking to, some may be up, some may be down. It just really depends, but the average is like pretty much they're all good. I certainly have my least favorites. I certainly do have my favorites. And so we're going to talk about it. This is the Player Way era, guys. You already know. Everybody be respectful in the comments. If you want to leave comments, say your opinions. We'd love to hear them. We'd love to have a discussion, maybe even a debate. But don't be rude. Don't hate on other people's opinion. People play their way. People play differently. So do it your way. But you're going to hear my opinions. And I guarantee you're going to want to put hate comments. I get it. You're going to want to put hate comments. But please try to be respectful. If you want to, go ahead. We're just not going to care. All right. So, starting off, I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan, guys. You already know. Assassin's Creed is in my top 5 favorite franchises of all time, easily. And now, some of my most anticipated games are the upcoming Assassin's Creed games. So, this one's big for me. I've kind of just always been an Assassin's Creed fan, really since the start. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. First one we got is Assassin's Creed Revelation. Actually, real quick, I should run through by the tier. I should run by the tiers. We got God tier, which is the top, which, I mean, it's just the best of the best. Then we got Fantastic Game. It's not the best, but it's not, but it's, I mean, it's incredible. Good, just a good game. Mid, I mean, come on. Not a fan, which I don't think it's bad. I'm just not really a fan of it. And then Stray Booty Cheeks, I don't like it. I think it's bad. Which, I'm going to say it. There's only one game I truly think is bad. I'm going to tell you, there are 2 games on here that will be going in Straight Booty Cheeks. And that's just because I just don't like them, really. One of them I think is actually bad. One of them it's just not for me, all right? So, starting off with Assassin's Creed Revelations, I think this is a good game. I think this is, like, one of the, like... I think in terms of story, I think it definitely has one of the better ones because it's kind of like the end of Ezio. It kind of brings upon Altair as like a bigger figure in the Assassin's Creed world, which I think is great because this is really a game that makes a lot of the characters how important they are today, which, to be honest, I wouldn't be opposed to putting it in Fantastic Game. I'm only putting it lower in good because I do prefer other games, and this is not one game that I'm going to be like, I want to play this. It's kind of one of those games where you play it once, you maybe play it twice, and that's good because it's just a really good game. So I'm going to put it good because I think that's what it is. I really think it's a really good game. And yeah, gameplay obviously just evolves on what was already made. So yeah, I think Revelations is really solid. Next is Liberations. The only technically there's another spinoff, but we'll get to that later. Really the only side, like DLC game, and that is Assassin's Creed Liberations, which is I think Assassin's Creed 3 spinoff. I think. I think Assassin's Creed Liberations is good, but am I really going to put it on the same tier as Revelations? I don't think so. And to be honest, it's really short. There's not that much plot to it apart from, like, female assassin. It hasn't really been done yet up to this point. It's kind of like, cool, which is awesome. I love the character. I really do. Gameplay's just Assassin's Creed 3. It's just really a reskin. I'm definitely not putting it at not a fan because I am a fan of this game. I actually do like Liberations. I've played it multiple occasions. But I can't put on the same level as Revelations. And I do think this is where Revelations goes. So, I'm putting it mid. Even though I don't think it's mid, I think it's just good. It's just okay. Right? Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, this game is freaking phenomenal. Alright? Assassin's Creed Valhalla is phenomenal. I don't care what anyone says. Alright? If we were ranking games, just purely ranking video games, Assassin's Creed Valhalla would be God tier. But we are ranking Assassin's Creed games. And as much as I love this game, as much as I think it's great, it's not really an Assassin's Creed game. It just doesn't have the feeling, it doesn't have the fundamentals. You're like borderline actually playing an assassin. Therefore, I'm going to put in fantastic game because yes, it is a fantastic game, but is it a god tier Assassin's Creed game? No, it's not, unfortunately, because it just doesn't have the feeling of Assassin's Creed, and that's like the big thing with me. Like with Assassin's Creed, I want to feel like I'm playing Assassin's Creed. Otherwise, I'm going to go play another open world RPG because there's plenty of them. Now, granted, yes, I'm absolutely loving Valhalla, and I would absolutely want to play Valhalla. But if I want to play Assassin's Creed, I'm not going to go straight to Valhalla. I'm sorry. If I want to play an open world RPG, then yeah, I might go to Valhalla. But not when it comes to Assassin's Creed. But it is still an absolutely phenomenal game. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Another one that I really like. However, I don't think quite gets the fantastic game yet. It's just kind of like... It's just like Revelations. It has a really good story that makes a lot of characters important. This is the one that really, like... I don't know. When I think of Ezio, I think of Brotherhood, which is weird. I know that that's probably an unpopular opinion. Remember, this is just my opinion, guys. I'm being completely biased. All of this is just completely me, right? It's just the one I see Ezio in the most. Like, when I think Ezio, I think of Brotherhood. I know most people are probably going to jump to 2, which understandable. I'm not going to argue there. But, I don't know. Brotherhood kind of was, like, the one that made Ezio my favorite, like... Not my favorite. Like... my icon for Assassin's Creed. Like, when I think Assassin's Creed, I do think Ezio. So, I don't know. Brotherhood just kind of has a nice staple on me. It was one of the first games I played. I know, weird. I just really like Brotherhood, but it definitely doesn't live up. Like, I wouldn't put it on the same level as Valhalla, even though it does feel more like an Assassin's Creed game. The story, I don't think is as great. Gameplay is just Assassin's Creed, which I do like a lot. Yeah, I just think it's a really good game. It's very much on the same level as Revelations, for sure. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. See, now, I think Valhalla and Odyssey are very similar. Because they are. I mean, they're very similar games. But I do like Valhalla more. Now, the question is, do I like it more than Revelations and Brotherhood? I am going to go with my personal opinion here. Top of good. I do like it more than Revelations and Brotherhood. But I don't think it's on the fantastic game tier. I think it's great. Right? Don't get me wrong. I think what they did, the Greek mythology is great. I feel even less like I'm playing an Assassin's Creed game with Odyssey than I do even Valhalla. At least Valhalla, you have like a lot of things that resemble Assassin. Odyssey, you're just playing a god. You're playing a demigod, basically. And so it's kind of like, what happened to like? There's really nothing that assembles Assassin's Creed in this game. There really isn't. But it does have great Greek mythology. It does have a great story. It does have great gameplay, great visuals. But we're doing Assassin's Creed tier list. I'm gonna put it good. Assassin's Creed 1. We don't even need to talk about it. Look, I'm not one for nostalgia. All right, I'm not. You guys know, if you've been following the channel, if you've watched a lot of my videos, you know nostalgia isn't the biggest factor to me when it comes to liking something or ranking something. I'm not going to put it higher just because of nostalgia. That's just not how I do things. This is not me ranking it out of nostalgia. This is purely like after going back and playing Assassin's Creed 1 and watching it and learning more about it, what they were able to accomplish with this, I mean, it speaks for itself. It brought to life this entire franchise, which has expanded to literally Greek and Norse mythology, to now Japan, maybe even the Salem witch trials, if that rumor is true. It's crazy what Assassin's Creed 1 did, and it still has so fun gameplay, still a story that lives up to this day, visuals that are not bad for the time. Like, truly, I do think this is one of the peak Ubisoft games. I really do. It's just, like, it's kind of one of those things where it was so good that, yes, personally, I like Assassin's Creed games more, but it's almost never, like, when you're looking at it from a quality standpoint, it's almost, like, never been topped, to be honest with you. It's, like, no Assassin's Creed game has really lived up to what Assassin's Creed 1 did. Now, does that mean I think it's the best Assassin's Creed? No. Does it mean it's my favorite? No. But in terms of what it was able to accomplish, I don't know if any other one has lived up to that. I really don't. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with it. God tier. It's amazing. Assassin's Creed 2, also God tier. See, now this is the one. Now this is one I'm actually gonna put higher because personally I do prefer Assassin's Creed 2 over 1. I prefer Ezio as a character over Altair. That's just a little bias thing. I know, probably gonna get flamed. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just vibe with Assassin's Creed 2 more. It really just evolved on what Assassin's Creed 1 did. I would say, though, I think Assassin's Creed 2 does have a weaker story than Assassin's Creed 1, but I do prefer everything else about Assassin's Creed 2 over 1. Very similar games, just one's Ezio, one Altair, one's came out a couple years later. Yeah. Assassin's Creed 3. You know, there was a long time when I thought Assassin's Creed 3 was here. I'm not gonna lie, and this might upset a lot of people. I think Connor is one of the coolest assassins. He is dope. I really do. But as far as the game goes, I don't know. I'm not really a fan. I'll be honest. Look, that's gonna hurt. That hurts me putting there. I'm just not really a fan, if I'm being honest with you. I just don't particularly like feel excitement or like that rush to play Assassin's Creed game when I think about Assassin's Creed 3. I'm like, yeah, Connor's cool. That's about the only reason I would play Assassin's Creed 3. The story, I just didn't really care for. The gameplay is great. I will say that. It definitely took 2 and 1 and made it its own thing, which is really nice. I don't know. Something about it. Either it's its setting, its time period, or the story is a big thing. I just don't vibe with the story, to be honest with you. I don't know. Assassin's Creed 3, I'm not a fan. I like some things about it. I really do. The gameplay and Connor is great, but that's about it. You know, when I'm thinking about Assassin's Creed, I'm wanting to play all these other games before 3. I don't know. It's just weird. I know the fact having Liberations higher than 3 is odd. See, I don't technically agree with this. I don't know. It's weird. I'm almost tempted to put it mid, but I'm really no. I would probably play Liberations over 3, to be honest with you. I know that I can't wait to get flamed. I really can't. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. There you go. I made up for it. It is my third favorite Assassin's Creed game. In my opinion, I do think Black Flag is the best Assassin's Creed game in terms of quality. Has the best story. Has one of the best assassins. Has amazing visuals. It brought the whole pirate combat and setting in. It's really opened the door to what Assassin's Creed is now, with the whole like much bigger RPG aspect. The open world was revolutionary. I think Black Flag just crushed it on every aspect, and the gameplay was so good. It really is just a actually phenomenal game that is, in my opinion, is the best Assassin's Creed game. Is it my favorite? No, we'll get to that in a minute. But I do think if I was a critic, all right, I would say it is the best. Assassin's Creed Origins. Look, my friends know my opinion on this game. All right. You guys might know my opinion on this game. I don't like it. I don't like it. Straight booty cheeks. Now this is the one I will say. I don't think Origins is a bad game. I actually really like what they went for here. To the first assassin. I really like the character. I forget his name. I really like what they go for. I just don't really like playing it. I really don't. Something about the gameplay, I don't know. It's so weird. It's like every Assassin's Creed game is similar in gameplay, but there's like this minor like feeling, like difference in the feeling, and I just don't like the feeling of Origins. I really don't. Apart from like the idea of the story, I don't think the story wasn't all that great. I like the whole like first assassin thing, like I said, but that's about it. I just don't really, yeah. I don't think Origins is a bad game. I know a lot of people love it, and I see why. I really do. Like, I definitely see high quality things in it. It's definitely like, it's my second least favorite, second lowest Assassin's Creed game for sure. Assassin's Creed Rogue is my favorite Assassin's Creed game. I know that. Dude, I cannot wait to get flamed in this comment section. You know what? I don't care. I can have my opinions. I'm playing my way. You guys play your way, all right? I'll speak on Assassin's Creed Rogue. You know what? I'll speak on it later because I want to rant about it, all right? Assassin's Creed Syndicate is also the next straight booty cheeks game. Now, this one I don't like, nor do I think it's a good game. I can't even say any. The only thing I could say is okay about this game is the grappling hook. I don't like this game at all. The only reason I would play it is if I was doing an Assassin's Creed marathon. Real. It's the only reason. Assassin's Creed Unity is God tier. My second favorite Assassin's Creed game. The amount of memories, the amount of fun, the whole online aspect is amazing. I think in even single player, the story was great. Arno's a great character. Visually, the game was stunning. It was the first like Xbox One gen game. God, it's so fun. The gameplay, it has my favorite parkour out of any Assassin's Creed. It really does. I love Assassin's Creed Unity. Like, it could be my number one if it wasn't for this, and it comes down to story. I think gameplay-wise and visually and everything else apart from story, I like Unity more. But the story in Rogue, now yes, story, in my opinion, is not the most important thing about a game. Gameplay, to me, is the most important thing about a game. Sort of. See, I might make a whole video about that. I think it's really just split. I think it's like 20% visuals, 20%, I don't know, like audio, music. Then it's got like 30% story, 30% gameplay. It's kind of like that. I don't know. It's weird. But the thing about it is Rogue is not just, in my opinion, a better story. It's insanely a better story, in my opinion. Like, it's kind of that thing, like, yeah, I like that better than that, but then I like that better than that. It's like, I like this more than everything else. You know, like, I like that story more than anything Unity has to offer. That's what I'm trying to say. And I understand, you guys may not like Rogue. I've heard opinions, they don't like Rogue. I get it. All right. It's Assassin's Creed game on budget. I get it. It was a spin-off of Black Flag. I know. But I can't argue with my own opinion and my heart and my mind. I resonated with it. I fell in love with it. And ever since, it has just been my favorite Assassin's Creed game. It is in my top 20 games of all time. One of the scenes in the game is like one of my most like memorable video game scenes ever. When he finally learns about learns of a bad thing, and then he turns. The whole turning segment was, oh my god, peak, man, peak. Absolutely incredible. Rogue is awesome. I think I've said this before in my top 20 games of all time. I love when games take a perspective on something and flip it the other way around. And that's exactly what this game did, and that's why I love it so much, is you've been with this Assassin's Creed. You've been with the Creed, the Brotherhood, for so long. You see their ways through all these games. Then you get to Rogue, and it flips it on you. And it really does make the Creed, which you thought is like the best thing in the world, like the greatest heroes, the coolest characters, and it legitimately makes them feel like villains, like they are criminals, like they are bad people. And that's something you didn't really think was even possible before the game. And when I played it, I'm just there like absolutely in shock, because I actually wanted to kill him. Like I did. I felt Shay Cormac's feelings towards the Creed, and that's why Shay Cormac is my favorite assassin, and that's why it is my favorite game. It's because of the story. It made me feel more out of that game than any other Assassin's Creed game to date. And so yeah, that's my reasoning on Rogue. Let me know what you guys think. What are your favorite Assassin's Creed games? How would you rank these? Do you like Assassin's Creed? Do you not like Assassin's Creed? Let me know. Are you excited for the new ones? Mirage, Codename Red, Codename Jade on mobile if you're into that, and Codename Hexe. I think that's how they pronounced it. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the next one. Johnny Morant. Peace.